Welcome to Talk Across America. I'm Doug Miles, and we're here in beautiful Sarasota, Florida. Joining us now on our Book Talk segment, great to welcome not one but both authors of a great new thriller out. It's called The Deserter, and it's, of course, written by a man who's had great success writing these thrilling types of books called Nelson DeMille, and his son has also written it with him. First time they've collaborated, I believe, on a novel. We'll find out about it as both Nelson and Alex DeMille join us by telephone today. And gentlemen, good to have you with us. How are you?
Thanks, Doug. Good to be with you. Good to be with you, Doug. Thank you.
I see both of you are from Long Island. That's where I grew up, so always good to talk to people from Long Island.
Excellent, yeah. Everybody in Florida is from Long Island.
I think so, yes. Eventually we all wind up down here. You'll wind up down here too.
I look forward to it, actually.
Well, first of all, congratulations, Nelson, on the success of the previous books, but working with your son, maybe tell a quick story, if you could, of how that came about, or was there anything that kind of brought you together on this particular project?
Yeah, well, you know, I had only done one co-authored book before this in my 40-year career, and it was early in my career. I wrote a book called Mayday with a childhood friend, Tom Block, who was a U.S. air pilot, and Mayday is an airline disaster novel.
Right.
Actually made into a CBS movie of the week.
I remember that, yeah.
Aiden Quinn back in the 80s. And it was successful, but the collaboration process put a lot of strain on a good relationship. We had been friends since we were 4 years old, and it was kind of tough. So I said, I don't need to do this. And, you know, novelists don't normally collaborate anyway, and I was happy doing my own book. And then the publisher came to me about 3 years ago and said, we'd like you to create a series, a new series, and we'd like you to do it with a collaborator. And when I heard the word collaborator, it just kind of froze up. So I looked around for a collaborator. We had a couple of false starts. It wasn't working out. I put the whole project on the back burner and concentrated on my own solo book. Then one day, for reasons I still don't know, it popped into my head that my son was actually a writer and a little screenwriter, and he's done some short stories and other stuff, but not a novel. So I thought about it, and I decided to make that phone call, and I called him up one day, and I said, how'd you like to make some money? It's always good. And he said, what did you have in mind? And I laid it out. And I think Alex could take it from here.
Yeah, I was a little unsure at first. If I could switch gears creatively from film work to novel writing, and then B, if I could work with my father on something creative, and finally work in the kind of genres he does. And can I write the kinds of books that he writes? So I wasn't entirely sure, but we talked further, and once we sort of got some of the specifics of the story out between us, it was something I was really excited by, and I felt like I had some ownership of it because I had helped to devise the kind of broad strokes of the story. I realized that it would be an adventure, it would be a learning experience, and a new way to be with him, and also a new way to tell stories. So I was excited to do it.
That's great. Yeah, we'll get to the plot line in a minute, but I'll ask you, Alex. Working with your dad, was it something that you were a little hesitant about, or did you jump right into the project? And again, as the project went along, how did you kind of divide up what each would do? Did you write each part of the story and put it together, or did you kind of throw out ideas and do it that way?
Well, we devised the setup together. My dad started the setup. He had the idea of there being Army criminal investigators, and he and I worked together on what the more specifics of the setup were going to be. And once we felt like we had enough of a foundation, I just started writing first drafts, and that's pretty much what we did for the book. I would write the first draft of every chapter, and then I'd send them to him, and then he would do his work and send them back, and we would be going back and forth. So, I'd be writing a first draft on chapter 20, and then going back and looking at his rewrites or revisions on chapter 12, and we just kind of would be hopping back and forth that way. So it took a while, but I think we kind of established the flow eventually.
Yeah.
Working on it. It was about this.
And Nelson, working with your son, obviously, pride in that. But I guess it obviously worked out. You're talking to each other, at least to me, right?
Right, yeah. As opposed to my first collaboration. It was kind of it was a risky process and a risky procedure right from the beginning. Hard enough to work with a co-author at the time, or even somebody you don't know. But when you're working with your own son, of course, it's different. But I think we both realized that it could work if we played to our strengths and listened to each other. And also, it helped, quite frankly, that this was a pre-sold project. The publisher really wanted this. And the bottom line was the bottom line. And I think, hate to say it, but, when there's a pot of gold at the end of the trail, you both can walk in sync.
Right.
So we also wanted to, I had the idea that my characters, who are in their mid-30s, were not sounding like they were in their mid-30s. I'm not in my mid-30s. So I wanted the idea of bringing somebody of that age group, the age group of the characters, into the writing process. Because when I'm writing a book and my characters are, that age group, that's the normal age group for your action-adventure heroes. You want to know what kind of music they listen to, how they talk, that type of thing. And I was getting kind of further away from the mid-30s as I reached my mid-70s. So Alex brought that youthful perspective into the writing process and into the storyline and into the backstories and backgrounds of the characters. And that, I think, was invaluable to me.
Yeah, that's great. Well, I know we just got a couple minutes left. Alex, if you will, just give a brief synopsis. I don't like to give away too much, but you mentioned before main character is an Army investigator, Scott Brody. Something happened, so you give the synopsis so the audience can get a taste of what the book's about.
Sure, yeah. So the two main characters are Scott Brody and Maggie Taylor. They're both special agents in the Army's Criminal Investigation Division. They're responsible for all crimes involving the U.S. Army. And they are tasked with finding and bringing back to face justice a notorious deserter named Kyle Mercer, who's a captain in the elite Delta Force who had deserted his post in Afghanistan years earlier, been captured by the Taliban, somehow escaped his capture after 2 years, and was then recently just cited. As the book begins, he had recently been cited in Caracas, Venezuela, by an old Army buddy of his. So we start out right off the bat with a number of really confounding mysteries. Why did he desert? How did he escape capture, and why would you go from Afghanistan to Venezuela? And you're also given a little background about what he's done, and you realize he's a deadly, dangerous, and potentially completely off the rails guy. So they have to be sent to a dangerous location, find a dangerous man who will not be taken, will not go quietly. Let's say the two of them are both they both have seen combat. Scott Brody was in Iraq, and Maggie Taylor was in Afghanistan, so they have some commonality both with the man they're looking for and with each other. Is that kind of brotherhood of surviving combat.
Yeah, that's a great premise right there. The book is called The Deserter, and we're just about out of time. We've been talking with Nelson and Alex DeMille today. And gentlemen, give out a website if you would. People get more information about the book.
Sure, at nelsondemille.net and alexdemille.com. And all of our social media links are on those websites.
Great. Nelson, Alex, real pleasure talking to you, and good luck with the book, and we'll talk to you again down the road. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks very much.
Thank you for joining us today on Talk Across America. Please visit our website at dougmilesmedia.com for more great interviews and content. And if you're interested in any of the books we talk about on the program, please click the Amazon link on our website. It helps support the podcast. Thanks for listening. We'll see you again real soon here from beautiful Sarasota, Florida.
I'm Stan Brock. 30 years ago, I formed Remote Area Medical to help people overseas. But then we found generations of families in America, isolated by poverty from the health care they need. Together, we can take dental, vision, and medical help to 1 million adults and their kids, right here at home in the United States of America.